Ah, Aragami. When gaming is truly art, it's a beautiful thing. EA, Activision, Blizzard, Ubisoft, just to name a few companies that have truly lost the artistry of gaming. When greed has taken over, and the game is no longer about art or fun, then that game should just not exist, in my opinion. Lynchworks may be gone, but their legacy is here. Aragami and Aragami 2 are two phenomenal games. And I do owe Lynchworks an apology from about 4 years ago when I released this video. Aragami 2 blows. Your controls are not as smooth as they need to be. Your sword-to-sword combat system sucks. It's gotten me killed and frustrated more than anything. Your stealth is a lot worse than it was before. Your abilities are kind of like the abilities don't work as they are intended for the most part. You have a fix list that is longer than my dick. I mean, I think I went into the patch notes and there's like, I swear to God, there's like more than 100 things that were fixed. The game was rushed out. It's buggy. It doesn't, like, the movement does not flow as well as the original Aragami. Like, this is a complete insult to the original Aragami. Okay, it didn't need to be an RPG. It didn't need to. I can play other games, okay, for that. You add it, like, oh my god. Oh my god, like, I was such a huge fan of the original Aragami. Okay. And now we got Aragami 2, which is a number 2, which is a piece of shit. It's awful in every way. Your armor system, your leveling up progression system. I was 3 hours in, and I was replaying the same maps. You don't even have like a full-fledged campaign. Why was this rushed out so fast? Your ability system, like the gold system, like I don't want, like the original Aragami, you just got skills, and I don't want to respec. I'm not worried about respecking. Like, what is this? Your skill tree sucks. A lot of these are most of these are reused from the original Aragami, but the original Aragami did them better. You didn't add really anything to it other than, oh my god, I can double jump. Oh my god, I can jump now. The stamina system sucks. It takes away all the skill mainly. But hey, listen, it's so buggy and the combat is so retarded that, hey, maybe the stamina system is the only thing that's keeping this from being a piece of shit, because the original Aragami, you know, you got two uses, but then once you got the shadow kill in there, you could regain your abilities. So you had to be really tactical about what you did with your abilities. This game, you got a stamina system. Why do I give a fuck about a stamina system? What have you done? You have become, it's just, you have tried to be so ambitious that you couldn't do it. This is the sequel that nobody wanted. Nobody needed this. You made a ninja RPG. Guess what? There are so many other games that do this better that you really shouldn't. Why wouldn't you just? First of all, you didn't need to make a sequel. Okay, first of all, not everything needs to be a sequel. But if you're going to make a sequel, can you just stay true to the gameplay that we all fell in love with in the original Aragami? First of all, well, actually, there's so many first of alls, but your teleportation in this game is whack. Sometimes you can teleport to shit, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can teleport to something over here, and then there's something that looks just like the thing that you just teleported to, but for some reason you can't fucking teleport to it. Your dash system sucks. Like I said, hand-to-hand combat is garbage, okay? That should have never been a system. You needed to keep it a stealth game. Okay, why would you add a shitty blocking mechanic, a shitty parry mechanic, and then it's all shit. It's all garbage. Okay, this is not a funny video. I'm not going to put any work into this video. I'm just making this because I feel like it needs to be made. And if you don't like it, you got to really start comparing the original Aragami. Like, I was going to do a full-fledged video on my other channel, Aragami 1 versus Aragami 2, but Aragami 2 doesn't deserve that exposure. I'm literally just making this because I need people to understand that this game sucks. Stay away from it. I feel like I was robbed of my $40. I was physically robbed. You fix so much shit, but guess what? There's so much other shit to fix. I will never come back to Aragami 2. I've uninstalled it. Aragami 1 still stays in my classic library. I will play Aragami 1 every day, all day, every day, over Aragami 2, which is a piece of shit. I'm not writing a script for this. There's nothing that needs to be really scripted out. This game does not deserve my full-blown attention. Your progression is too slow. Your repeating maps and your repetitive gameplay is trash. It's straight up trash. Like, you had so much time to work on this. Why would you rush out a piece of garbage for a game that used to be... It's a classic. Aragami 1 is a classic. And you ruined it. You completely ruined it. You tried to do something that it should not have been. It never needed to be a full-blown RPG. It needed to stay a stealth game, just like the original. I really, really, really don't understand this. Why? The armor system sucks. The gold system sucks. Buying stupid shit with your gold sucks. All of this sucks. You tried to add this homeworld hub, and it's empty. It feels lifeless. It sucks. Everything in this game sucks. So, like I said, if you want to dislike it, dislike this video. I don't give a shit. You got your own opinion. If you enjoyed this game, I don't know how, because Aragami, like this game, like I said, is a complete insult to Aragami 1. Okay, the classic Aragami. So, that's it. That's all I got to say. There's nothing. I'm not putting any gameplay. I had a lot of gameplay to show you about all the garbage, but I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't want to make a full blown highly edited video out of this. I don't want to try. You know why I don't want to try on this video? I don't want to try to make this a good video. I don't want to add any skits. I don't want to do any of that because the devs did not try when they made Aragami 2. It's garbage, and even if they fix it and it becomes a masterpiece, I don't care. It will never, ever be played again by me. I'm done with it. If you want to play a good ninja game, download Ghost Runner. That's worth your money. Or hell, get Ghost of Tsushima. And just go play Ghost of Tsushima or Ghost Runner. This game sucks. The game was not released in a good state. Aragami 2, I'm talking about. And I had just had a very bad experience with the game, so this was moments after I let a rant out that I have taken down because I no longer view it. I no longer have these views because they put a lot of hard work into getting this in getting Aragami 2 into shape. Aragami 2 still may have some issues, but the gameplay itself is some of the most fun that you will have. I deeply apologize, Lensworks, and I miss you. And I wish that Aragami could come back in some way, some form, some fashion. Aragami's story is actually quite cool. Ooh, this is the shit, bro. This is the literal shit. Don't ask me about Origami's story because I don't know what the fuck is going on. I have completed the entire game and unlocked all of the powers and gotten all the scrolls. So I'm not here to talk really about the story because the story plays out. I mean, I enjoy the story, right? I enjoy the story and how it's told, but really, the story plays out how you would expect it to play out. Is basically what I'm going to say, and I really just want to talk about the gameplay because the gameplay is what hooks everybody. The art style and the gameplay are phenomenal. Um, for anybody that hasn't played Origami 1 or Origami 2, when you first play Origami 1, it's a bit slow, and it focuses more on stealth as opposed to Origami 2, which is just balls to the wall, just slaughter people, move as fast as you want, do what you want. And we're going to go over the differences, but the story, like I said, is not the main focus. Normally I'll break down the story in these sequel breaks, but there's not much to tell, really, other than you're awoken by a princess that you don't really know, but it's spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't played. She's the one that you fought in your past life who has killed your friends, and basically she summoned you, tricked you to, break the curse or whatever the fuck was holding her back from being able to leave that place. And basically she just uses you to get what she wants, and then she tries to kill you again. So basically you're just a former person that was fighting her in the past, and you don't have all your memories, but eventually you unlock all your memories, and you realize that you've been betrayed and used. So that's the story in a nutshell. It's good, but the gameplay is what everybody, rives about. And the music plus the art style is absolutely phenomenal. So this game really, really heavily focused on stealth. And kind of like slow, methodical stealth where you gotta like set up a little bit. Now, obviously, if you're a player that is used to or has played these games a lot, like myself, especially in the past, then you can get moving pretty fast, but you can't move nowhere near as fast as in Origami 2. But basically, I have all the powers unlocked. They're all maxed out. And a lot of these powers come back in Origami 2 in some way, but it's a little different. See, in Origami 1, you can have everything unlocked, but everything... So in Origami 2, there's an actual like skill tree with, you gotta build in a certain way. Now, granted, they upped the skill points at the end there, so you can pretty much have everything but a couple skills. So you still have to choose how you want to build out. So in Origami 1, you have these skills at your disposal, but as you can see on the back of my little cape thing, so on the back of my cape, you can see where I have like these two little symbols. If I use an ability, one of those symbols disappears. So we have limited uses on our skills. But the cool thing about this game is there's a little skill called Shadow Kill, which will give you back one of your techniques. You can get one of your equipped shadow techniques back. But let's say I use this, which this is where I can scan the map. And if you got it maxed upgraded, you can mark every enemy that's in the area. Which makes it a lot easier to get around and decide where you what you want to do, how you want to handle the situation. You can also make shadows, so if you need to, which I've just kind of drawn this guy over here, which is perfectly fine with me. So I'm a little out of practice with Origami 1. see exactly. So here I'll use a shadow kill, which will give me back my my technique that I just used. Now, the coolest thing to do is just use Cage, and just kind of, because with Cage Max upgraded, they can't hear or see you. You basically turn invisible and completely quiet, and that allows you just basically just run up on people and you know, eat them with dragons and snakes. And basically you can do that infinitely, because every time you use a shadow kill, you will get that technique back. So that's you know. But obviously, the way this point system is worked, you want to not get caught and not have any bodies found. So right there, I just use Shadow Disappear, or what the hell is it called? Ninja Vanish or something like that. Shadow Vanish, yeah. So basically, you can make a corpse just disappear, vanish, ninja disappear, ninja vanish. You don't want to bump guards either, because even if you're invisible, they can definitely feel your presence. And the way this is scored is either you can play completely passive and kill nobody, or kill everybody. You got to do one or the other to get the medals, though. Definitely. So what I normally, you know, it's cool because once you have everything unlocked, you can use like traps, the kunai, you know, blind people, use decoys, set up stuff. What I like to do here, especially here, is try to get right over here, place a little trap, and we don't have the bell. We get the bell in like level 2 or whatever, but you can place a decoy right here in front of the trap. And this is where the fun stuff happens. And then we'll go back like over here. We'll let everybody come over. Once his, bam, triple kill. Everybody's gone into a black hole. I really miss this skill. There's nothing like that in Aragami 2. Now, granted, I just had to use, you know, 2 things to set that up, right? But that's 3 people gone already, right? And then we can do, I don't know, let's see who's left. Go right over to this pillar, go to the center, bam, scan everybody, and I'm immediately gonna take this guy out. I'm immediately gonna take, if I can see him, take this guy out. That's 2 gone. Then I don't know, let's lure this guy over here with another clone. Cool thing is, in this game and in Aragami 2, the clones will blow up once you got a max upgraded, and blind anybody that approaches them. So then, you can pretty much do whatever you want with this guy, which I'm going to put a tramp on his back, and, you know, suck him into a black hole. And that's the end of this level. So, you can see where the fun in this game truly is. I got an S rank there. This game was absolutely amazing. A lot of fun, just running around, destroying people. But, again, as fast as you can go in this game, and you can get going pretty fast. In Aragami 2, let's just take a look at Aragami 2 for a second. Aragami 2. Once you beat the tutorial and you get to the hub world, you can completely see. So, first of all, the big change is you got a hub world. Like, there's a hub world. You talk to Mr. Skillman, and you can see that you actually it's more in line with an RPG. So you have your skills. You know, you start off with Whisper. So I'm going to correlate the different skills um, in from this game to Origami 2 because there are a lot of similar skills. Whisper is basically a better bell. In Origami 1, you get a bell that you can ring and kind of attract enemies. But the only thing is Whisper, when you get it to level 2, you can single target who you want to attract. So you can actually break enemies apart instead of attracting all of them at once. So Whisper takes the W on that one. Dark Flame, which is a very, very cool skill because you can use it to knock out anybody that's near like a essence crystal, basically. Like there's essence crystals scattered around the map, and anybody that's around that, you can use it to knock out. You know, it explodes and knocks out enemies and creates a little fog for you, so they don't immediately see the enemies on the ground. So you can, you know, do whatever you need to do. But honestly, you're probably just gonna run around and slaughter everybody. So that's a different thing too, a different mechanic. You can either play pacifist by knocking out people, or you can assassinate them, you know, and kill them. Then you have Chameleon, which leaning on a wall will turn you invisible. And then the second level to that is staying on a ledge while grabbing a ledge will turn you invisible. Anything that turns you invisible in this game, you want. Just plain and simple. Then we have Wraith, which is basically just Cage from the first game. Turn invisible. The second level, you don't make any more noise while moving around. This skill is very good, but I don't use it in this game because there's a skill in the middle, like the later tree, that kind of makes Wraith obsolete. You got Mirage, stay still for stay still for a duration to gain a boost to your stealth. Level 2 further increase the stealth. Anything that increases your stealth, you're gonna want to. You're just gonna want it. Mesmerize is basically just blind from the first game. It works exactly the way blind works. Level 1, you can blind a single target. Level 2, you can blind multiple enemies if they're standing like near each other. Very, very powerful ability. I use this a lot. Then you have agility. In this game, you have a stamina meter. So you can move as much as you want, you know, teleport, run, sprint, super jump, whatever you want. But you have to have the stamina for it. So anything that boosts your stamina, like Jumper here, reduces your stamina, the stamina cost of all your actions. Further reduces stamina. You're going to want anything that's going to help your stamina. Then you got Shadow Kill, which is basically just Shadow Kill from the first game, but it's an ability here. You can't use it all the time. But in this game, you upgrade it and you can Shadow Kill from a distance, which is actually really useful because it also stuns enemies that are in the vicinity. So it's actually really, really good. Range parry, you can parry your people that are throwing shit at you. Basically, it's really good. Momentum is basically what I'm talking about. After performing an assassination, immediately trigger a second assassination. Then you upgrade. You can also do this with knockout. So basically, if they're near each other, you assassinate one, your shadow clone will kill the other. If they're near each other, if you knock out one, your shadow clone will knock out the other. It's very, very cool, and I can't wait to show this stuff off. Silhouette is basically just Decoy from the first game. It works exactly like Decoy. You throw out a clone of yourself, basically, and they approach it, and level 2, it will blind anybody that approaches it. Then you got Shadow Pull, which is basically like, think of Scorpion's Spear, but there's no spear. It just pulls the enemy to you. So, Then you get Shadowville. Improves your stealth bonus when in a dark area. Keeps your stealth bonus after leaving a dark area. Basically, anything that's going to keep you from being spotted fast, you're going to want because you're going to be moving so fast from area to area. Tool Infusion. If you use tools, which I don't use a lot, I should, because there's a lot of cool. That's another different thing I'll get into in a minute. But basically, this just makes your tools better. Warp Strike is basically you just teleport to an enemy and kill them. Yeah, that's literally. And then the upgraded version of it is you turn invisible after you kill them. But like I said, you got Ghostly Dash, which as long as you're not in combat, you're gonna stay invisible. Every time you dash, every time you roll, you're gonna be invisible. And that's why Cage is made obsolete in this game, to me. So this lady here, you can customize yourself. As you can see that I have different outfits that I like to use. That's the original, I just made it black and white. So yeah, there's cool things because over here you can customize your outfits. There's a bunch of different style of outfits in this game. There's a bunch of different color schemes. I like the black and white. I just like to remain as stealth looking as possible. Here's where you can change your different. I got every outfit in the game. There's a lot of really cool ones. I like the Ronin mask, and then like I like to use the Kobishi armor. That's not how you say that, but you know what? It's Kurasuba. There you go. I was reading the wrong thing. I like to use this armor with the Ronin hat just because I like the hat. But in this game, you have essence runes, which you can equip to each part of your gear. And each of these runes will do something different for you. I focus on stamina regeneration. I don't worry about armor. I minus attack. You know, everything I have is stamina regeneration. You can build for armor, you can build for combat, you can build for whatever, but I prefer stamina regen and stamina usage because I want to be able to move as frequently, as fast as I can. That's just me. However you want to play this game, they allow you to customize your playstyle a lot. And like I said, you have support items in this game, which range from healing potions, shuriken, to amnesia needles that put people to sleep. You got smoke bombs. You got sonic grenades. You got power potions if you want to like go balls to the wall, you know, fighting people. You got poison needles. You got just regular kunai. You got tranquilizer needles that put people to sleep. My personal favorite is Berserker Needle, which basically just makes enemies go crazy and they attack other enemies. You got Power Seals. Basically, however you want to play, you play. You know, however you want to do this, you can do whatever you want. I don't use them because I don't know. There's a lot of other tools at your disposal already. I mean, however you want to play, you can play. But the other thing about this game, which is the bad thing, is there's only, I think, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's only like 11 areas in this game, but there's like 51 missions in total. So the maps start repeating, but the maps open up slowly, so you're not playing on the entire map. It's a cool system, but it's at the same time not, because like I said, you're repeating the map, you know what I mean? And 51 missions is a bit much, but at the same time it's kind of cool because you can play on hard or easy, normal or hard. I don't play on easy. I like normal. Normal is like the sweet spot because all hard is it makes your cooldown. So like instead of uses, you got cooldowns. Hard just makes everything take a long time to cool down. I prefer normal because I don't know. The cooldown is on the regular timer, so you can use your abilities. I play this game because I like to be able to just run around and just do shit. Um, you know, if you want to play on hard, that's perfectly fine. Then they have a classic mode, which I get it, but honestly, I don't like classic mode because it doesn't. The game is made to be played how it is. It's not made to be played in classic mode. Classic mode just slows it down way too much. Way too much. But let's show off a little bit of gameplay, and we'll just go to, I don't know, let's like pick at random here. We'll go to this one. The gameplay is phenomenal. If you just want to sit down and have fun, chill out. Once you learn the mechanics and learn the builds or whatever, this game is a blast. So what I wanted to do was something a little bit like this. Yeah. And that's what I mean. You can just get going real quick. Yeah, I mean, this game is literally just all about speed. Now, obviously, you don't want to be too stupid, and start just making mistakes. So obviously, like, you still want to, set up stuff and not be, just going ham for no reason. But you have a lot of get out of jail free cards that you can use, and I keep pressing Y. The only thing, if you're going on the kill route, you just got to make sure that you, when you knock out an enemy with something, you got to make sure that you actually kill them. So this is cool because we can use mesmerize. I didn't use it fast enough, but when it was blood smoke, and that's why I don't even like having blood smoke on here. But yeah, I mean, you can go real quick. I just blood smoke and cage don't even need to exist, and that's just a fact. Like I said, you can just move super quick. Yeah, I mean, this game is literally just crazy. Sometimes the animations break, but it's really just when you're pulling people up from the ground with shadow pull. That's the only time that really happens. So yes, the complete difference is this game is literally all about speed. And that's kind of, so there you go. There's where you can use blood smoke so you can kill them and turn invisible. And then when we teleport, we turn invisible as well. Oh, this is a cool little thing. We can use Dark Flame here. Knock him the fuck out. Jump in, stab him. So yeah, we're definitely not doing passive shit. We're going ham, bro. So here's where we can use Whisper. If you want a single target, just make sure you lock onto them before you do that. Otherwise, you'll attract everybody in the area. Ooh, this is the shit, bro. This is the literal shit. Don't ask me about Aragami's story because I don't know what the fuck is going on. It doesn't matter. We got discovered, but it's fine. Just destroy them anyway. So, yeah, I don't know. Your people, you got summoned because your people need you. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on in this game, but. So the cool thing, like I said, you can single target Whisper, so we're not attracting everybody in the area. And you can kill people from tall grass like fucking Pokemon. and you know, hide them in the grass so they don't get seen. You can also, like I said, you can turn invisible. These guys with the hats, they don't want to move. They won't move from their position. They won't move from their position. So you just kind of, you know, cut them down. And in this game, instead of having, you know, where you can mark, you know, you do this. Actually, I think this is in part 1 too. I think I was just messing. I think I just wasn't pressing the button. Since he won't leave his post, we'll make him leave his post. Grab him, get him the fuck out of here. There is a lot of enemies in here. I forgot this mission existed. So if you crouch, you do what's called a roll. And since we turn invisible every time we roll or dash, it makes it hard for them to actually do anything. We're also just gonna like you know, throw him the fuck out the window. And then we're gonna turn invisible. Then we're gonna turn invisible. Then we're gonna turn invisible. And we're gonna stab him in the back, in the stomach, and the back. I don't think we really need to hide this guy, but we'll just check him over there. Let's see. Can we shadow pull your ass from down there? I mean, obviously it's gonna attract attention, right? Now this ledge is kind of stopping us from doing that. Thought we just teleport to that ledge over there. Turn invisible by hanging off the ledge. Go ahead and cut him down. Kill him as he jumps up. I don't want to shadow pull one of these guys, that way they're not in the way. What I kind of want to do is just throw a silhouette down there. So this is kind of cool because we're going to set up a double assassin. Oh, I did blind them both. That's cool. So since they're together, I guess he wasn't close enough. Okay. Oh well. Whisper his ass over here. We'll kill him in a second. Let's kill this guy first. And we'll go right up there. Dark Flame. Uh-oh, we've been discovered. Yet. This is where we'll Warp Strike. This is where we'll Shadow Eat that motherfucker over there. You know, shit happens. Shit happens. It don't matter. It's not like it matters. None of this matters. None of this matters. Yeah, none of this matters. You know. Killing people is my thing. It's fine. Stab this guy. Like I said, you have a lot of tools at your disposal. Once you get the S rank, you can kind of just come back to these levels and do whatever the fuck you want to do. So there are objectives, you know, that you're gonna want to do. That I keep forgetting exist. I don't think I can get up there from this. Alright, that's fine. Oh, duh. Stairs. Derp. I don't ever use Cage, so let's use Cage. I was kind of. I'm gonna go ahead and use Whisper because I kind of want to bring them over here. Because I want to set up that double execution. But once they're close enough, you'll see that my shadow clone will kill that guy over there. Yeah. So he's gonna be all scared and shit. And there's one ninja guy. There's one ninja guy coming to his aid. And, well... yeah, he's done for. We're gonna go stab him in his sleep. There you go. So, I think that's it. I think that's everybody. Oh no, there's a couple more hostiles left. I don't know where. But we can leave. So there's like gold around the map. You're gonna want to like collect gold and shit like that or whatever. That way you can buy colors and buy, you know, the things that you want. I can't get out this window. Okay. Can I get out this window? No. Oh, okay. So yeah. There is also fall damage in this game, which is kind of awkward. But as long as you time your teleport, you won't take fall damage. You'll be alright. Oh, there they are. So when you dash, you can hit jump, and you'll do what's called like a super jump. You can make crazy distance like that. Close enough to get him. And like I said, depending on what run you're doing, when you knock out an enemy with ability, you gotta make sure you finish them off. My favorite thing is the wall kills. When you're against the wall, and that's the cool thing too, because you can get against the wall, the ledges. So there's a lot of cool things in this game. Like the animations, the executions and stuff, it's really, really cool. We have 4 more enemies that we have not killed. Looks like one down there. Those are civilians. All they do is call for help. Just avoid civilian. Okay, so we got 3 down here. What do we want to do to your boy? Probably just eat him with a dragon. Bye, buddy. See if we can blind your boy. Then we'll warp strike your boy over here. We gotta kill your boy over here real quick. So we're missing 1 enemy. This is the only thing that kind of sucks, is when you gotta find where you left. Or you're him. We're gonna pick up his unconscious body. Into the void. And that's it. 41 out of 41. Now, we just gotta make it to the exit. There you go. 41 hostile skills. Got the S rank. It's a little forgiving on because we only got spotted twice. Unfortunately, you know, we missed the never detected medal, but you know, I gotta go back through this game and get the, you know, all the no hostiles killed, and I got never detected on everyone, and I got all hostiles killed on everyone. I just gotta go back through and get no hostiles killed on every one of them to get every achievement in the game unlocked. I'm only missing 1. Actually, I think I'm missing two. I might have to do every level on classic, which is kind of gonna suck. But anyway, I just wanted to show off a little bit of Origami 2's gameplay. It's amazing. So, as far as what game is my personal favorite, and if the sequel improved, well, I gotta say, I think the overall music experience is better in the first game. I think there's more tracks that are just absolute bangers, in my opinion. The music in Origami 2 is also still quite nice. The art style in Origami 1 and the design of the maps, I think, are much better because there are no repeating maps and there's not as many levels. I think there's too many levels in Origami 2, and it kind of takes a lot. It just takes a lot away from. There's just too many levels in Origami 2, and the repeating maps, it just kind of takes away from the overall experience, and that is. God dang it. But yeah, so there's just too many like there's a limited amount of maps in Origami 2. It just kind of takes away the experience that there's over 50, 50 missions. Origami 1 had it right. There was no repeating levels. It was like 16 levels, I think. And it was pretty much perfect. The levels felt better in Origami 1. The gameplay, I have to say, is probably better. It depends on what you want. Do you want kind of more slow? Like I said, Origami 1 isn't the slowest, but comparing it to Origami 2, it's certainly very slow in that regard. Because Origami 2, you're pretty much just lightning. You're just lightning and you're just running around and you're just... I just realized... Sorry. I just realized that I'm supposed to be doing this with no enemies killed. So yeah, let me redo this. So... I think the gameplay for me personally, I would say the gameplay goes to Origami 2. The music goes to Origami 1. The overall art, I would also have to say, goes to Origami 1. But Origami 2, man, it's still very badass. So it's almost... it's almost... I hit Whisper. It's almost a draw as far as art style because I really do enjoy the art style in both games. Story, I'm gonna go ahead and give the 1. I like the story. It was more personable. It was told in shorter time, and I just like the characters in Origami 1. So yeah, no break. And boss fights, I'm gonna have to give the boss fights. I enjoyed both games' boss fights, but I think I'm gonna have to say. I think I'm gonna need this. I think I'm gonna say think I'm gonna say that kind of hard, but I think I'm gonna go with Aragami 2 on boss fights. I very much enjoy the boss fights. Customization easily goes to Aragami 2. The customization goes to Aragami 2. Replayability goes to Aragami 2. I'm going to say that with 100% certainty, actually. Replayability goes to Aragami 2 because of the different playstyles, different builds, the different kind of combat that you can pull off. You know, all the different tools and skills at your disposal. Definitely Aragami 2 for replay value. Animations and stuff like that, I definitely got to give to Aragami 2 as well because of all the different ways of killing, knocking out, you know, the different kind of ledge kills. The just overall, I think the animations were stepped up in Aragami 2, definitely. Now, if you just want to, I hate myself so damn bad. I hit that X button out of, I hit that X button out of just, I hit that X button out of just instinct training. I don't know, but I think it's pure stealth. I think Aragami 1 has it, where you feel more methodical. You got to kind of set things up a little bit more. Aragami 2, you're just more of a badass. You're just more of, you know, you got all these skills at your disposal to just kind of whoop everyone's ass. And, yeah, I just, I don't know, man. Aragami 1 just hits, or Aragami 2 just hits, though, as far as getting in and just messing shit up. Aragami 1, as far as pure stealth, is the way to go. Definitely. So, you know, basically just play both, because both games are fantastic. Both games are phenomenal. And, yeah, that's just a pure fact. So, in my pure opinion, obviously, Aragami 1 nails it in multiple... so what did we give it? We gave Aragami 1 music, art, level design, story. Yeah, I mean, overall, Aragami 1 is probably the superior game. But as far as just replay value, fun factor, both games have a lot of fun factors, so don't get me wrong on that one. But overall, I think fun factor, replay value, tons of like different ways of playing the game, different kind of play styles. Aragami 2 is the winner in that aspect. So honestly, I can't really pick a pure winner, because both games have a lot to offer, and it just depends on what what you're going for in that time frame or whatever at that time, what you're trying to go for. So come on over. So yes, 100%. Me personally, on a personal value, I'm going Aragami 2 as the winner. It's a rough one, man, because both games are, like I said, absolutely fantastic. Got him in time, baby. Got him in time. Woo! We're just leaving trails of carnage everywhere. Got his ass. Yeah, but like I said, just play both games. It just really depends on what you want to do. I kind of messed that up. See, see how mesmerized, how far mesmerized. Oh, it doesn't Campbell. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's crazy. That's a long reach for mesmerize right there. What do I got? Nothing at the time. Knock him out. I think that's pretty much it. I think that's GG. We just need to kill. Oh, we gotta eliminate him. Oh, we gotta eliminate this man. Hostiles killed 0 out of 18. Do you count as a hostile, sir? You can't, because there's a thing that I gotta where you can't kill nobody. All right, I guess you don't count. Let's find out. Geronimo. He's gone. Okay, he doesn't count. Nice. But anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This was a fun little sequel break. A little bit different formula because I didn't really cover the story all that in depth. Because the story ain't what matters in Aragami. For the most part, really. Uh-oh. Okay. So, yeah. Got that S rank. Got the spirit. Yeah, baby. I have to go through every level and get every damn medal. This is gonna be fun, actually, because this game is fantastic. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the Internet's Favorite Loser, signing off. Till next time, my friends, goodbye and good night. Thank you so much for watching.